Why are all gods born only in India? Someone's definitely asked you this. And when they did, what did you actually say? Because people don't ask this question innocently. God runs the entire universe but only takes birth in one country. What does he have a problem with China, with Europe? Can't he just make the whole world sacred? Someone will even compare it to Hollywood. Every alien invasion happens in America. Every superhero saves America. And in Hinduism, every god just happens to be Indian. Most of us respond with something like, India is pavitra bhoomi, which is really just saying the same thing in different words. Why is it pavitra? That part nobody explains. A slightly better answer is India had great rishis, gurukuls, ancient wisdom. So naturally, great souls were born here. And that sounds reasonable until someone points out that every civilization believes their land is chosen. Christians have the Holy Land, Muslims have Mecca. So if you're just making the same claim, we don't actually have an answer. Except we do. And it's been in our own Puranas this whole time. A very specific explanation that almost no Hindu has heard. Somehow, it just never came up in the conversations we grew up with. And when you hear what these texts actually say, you'll realize the answer is completely different from anything you've been told by anyone. To understand the answer, you first need to see the bigger picture our Puranas describe. They say God didn't create just one world, He created 9. You won't find these on Google Maps. These are 9 separate worlds, and each one works by completely different rules. If you could design the perfect life, no sickness, no aging, no struggle, no death, everything comfortable forever, would you want it? Most people would say yes without thinking twice. Our Puranas say God actually built that, not once, but 8 times. 8 of the 9 worlds are exactly this kind of paradise. People there live for 10,000 years, never age, never fall sick, nothing ever goes wrong. But here's what's strange. The Puranas say in those 8 worlds there is no right and no wrong. Nobody is good, nobody is bad. Nothing anyone does leads anywhere. You can live 10,000 years and not a single choice you made in all that time changed anything. Think about it. A gold medal you didn't earn means nothing. A fortune you didn't build doesn't feel like yours. Anything you get without struggling for, it feels empty. People who have everything handed to them often feel the most empty inside. Now multiply that by 10,000 years. Those 8 worlds are comfortable, permanent, and completely meaningless. So out of the 9 worlds, 8 are paradise where nothing you do counts. The 9th one is different. It's the one world where life is hard, where you can struggle, fail, suffer, but where everything you do actually matters, where your choices carry permanent weight, where you can earn moksha, permanent liberation from the cycle of birth and death. And the 9th world, the only one where karma works, is Bharatavarsha. Now here's a part that directly answers our question. Bharatavarsha isn't some vague concept in the Puranas. They describe it geographically. The land south of the Himalayas, surrounded by the ocean, what we today call India. So when the texts say karma works only in Bharatavarsha, they mean this specific land. Not Europe, not China, not America, this land. And the other countries? They are not the other 8 worlds. Those 8 worlds have people living 10,000 years, never aging. That's clearly not France or Japan. Those are entirely different planes of existence. Bharatavarsha is the one among the 9 that exists as a physical land you can stand on and walk on. So, why was a specific land chosen? Because the entire dharmic system was established here. The Vedas were revealed on this land. The Gurukul tradition grew here. The temple system, the traditions of worship, the parampara, teacher to student chain that kept this knowledge alive For thousands of years, all of it was built here. Think of it like this. If someone asks, why do the best doctors come from AIMS? Not because AIMS is on some magic soil, but because that's where the system was built. The faculty, the training, the standards, everything that produces great doctors is there. The system has to be where the system was placed. The Puranas say the same thing about Bharatavarsha, the dharmic system. The path through which a soul can walk toward moksha was placed on this land. Other lands exist. They have their own cultures, their own traditions. But the specific system of dharma, karma and moksha that our tradition describes was rooted here. And where that system stands is where God comes to protect it. And if you're wondering just how important this land is, the Puranas give you the answer directly. The texts say that Devas, the gods living in those perfect worlds, look at humans born in Bharatavarsha and say, when will we get to be born in the land of Bharata? We spent our lives wishing we could be like the gods. Meanwhile, they are wishing they could be us. Because all that comfort they enjoy eventually runs out. When their good karma is exhausted, they fall back into the cycle of birth and death. But a human being born on this land with just 70 or 80 years can live with devotion and can actually break free from that cycle permanently. The gods in paradise can't do that, only someone born here can. They are not looking at America or Europe wishing they could be born there. They are looking at this land. And the Puranas add a warning for anyone born here who doesn't take that seriously. After being born in Bharata, if a person does not strive toward the highest good, he is like someone who has Amrit in his hands but throws it away and drinks poison instead. That's talking about us. If we waste this birth, but there's still one question left. If this is a land where dharma operates and humans here can earn their own moksha, why does God himself need to come? He could let us work it out ourselves, but he doesn't. And the reason will change how you see every temple you have ever been to. Krishna tells Arjuna in the Gita, whenever dharma declines and evil rises, I come, age after age. Dharma can only be in danger on a land where it actually exists. In the other 8 worlds, nothing goes wrong and nothing matters. In the other parts of the earth, the dharmic system doesn't operate in the same way. But on this land, where dharma was established, where people live by it, this is where it can be threatened. And when it's threatened, God comes here, not somewhere else. You would think God, being God, could fix any problem from wherever he is. And you would be right. Our texts say he has a power to wipe out every demon, every force of evil, without ever setting foot on this land. He doesn't need to come. But if he did everything from a distance, his devotees would never see him. They would never get to touch him, walk with him, be close with him. And for God, that matters. Because this relationship between God and the people who love him is about being close. It's personal. God doesn't come to this land just to fix things. He comes because the people he loves are here, living the hardest life in all of creation, and he wants to be with them. He wants them to see his face, reach out and hold him. He could solve everything from far away, but he won't, because that's not how love works. Every murti standing in every temple across this land is a reminder of that choice. God chose to come here, to be here, because we are here. So the next time someone asks you, why do all gods take birth only in India? You say this. Our Puranas describe 9 worlds. 8 are paradise where nothing you do matters. The 9th, Bharatavarsha, is a land, India, the only place where karma works and the dharmic system operates. The gods themselves wish they could be born here, because even a short life with devotion on this land achieves what thousands of years of comfort elsewhere never can. God descends here because Dharma was established on this land, and this is the only place where it can be in danger and needs to be restored. He comes not just to protect Dharma, but to be close to the people who live by it. None of this is made up. This is straight from our Puranas and the Bhagavad Gita. The answer was always there. We just never read it. If you enjoyed watching this video, share it with that one friend who asked you this question and you didn't know what to say. Now you do. And if you want more answers like this, the kind our textbooks never taught us and our families never explained, subscribe. We do this every week.